everybody. Today I get to speak with Keli Medcroft with Bjoiful Sound and Art. And oh my, Keli, when I read your bio, I was so excited because I haven't come across very many sound healers, Reiki practitioners within NAWBO. And I'm just super excited. And like I said just before we started recording, I have the same gong that you have in the back. See, I became sound healing certified to use it with my hypnotherapy.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh, I just love her. I need to know all about what you do. And I want to know more about the belly dancing too. So why don't you share that with us? Because you might have to come to one of our luncheons and do some fun stuff.
I would love to. Okay, so where do we begin?
How'd you get started in what you do and what was first? Because I know with these sorts of careers, you kind of evolve. You're like, okay, I've learned that. Now I need to incorporate this. So where did you start and how did you kind of evolve and get to where you're at?
Okay. Okay, so the belly dance came first, and I was doing belly dancing, which is ATS, which is a tribal style, American tribal style belly dance, which focuses more on, they do performance, but they focus more on being a part of the group and part of the community. And American tribal style has a language all its own. So, and it's all across the country. So no matter where you go dance with a group of women, they're all speaking the same dance language. So they're all speaking the same dance language.
Okay.
So that's where I started. And then I got into sound healing, I think many years later, because I certified with ATS, or which is now Fat Chance Belly Dance. I certified with them like 20 years ago. And I just once in a while taught dance and danced, but I did it more. I didn't do a lot of performing. I did more just dancing within the community and making connections. So then that kind of just phased out. And I got into sound healing. I did some mixed media art early on, and then that kind of phased out. And then suddenly there were things that I had in my past that sort of connected all together. Where I was trying to do one at a time and it just wasn't working. So then I would go to the next one, and then that wasn't working. And then suddenly it's like, wait, why don't I bring all of these together? And that works. That is now working for me. And then the sound healing came in just from going to a sound bath and feeling the connection with the music and the relaxation, and being able to meditate quicker and going into a meditative state quicker than just I would be able to do on my own. So combining all the three together. So my dance is based on focus on body awareness and empowerment, and dancing with and coming together with the community and the group.
Okay. So you teach this, you teach the dance?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. And what's your, I guess, who do you typically work with? All kinds? Or are you more focused on ladies, kids?
Yeah. So right now I'm more focused on women who are mostly like 30s and over, who are mothers, grandmothers, because there's such a release in not only with dance, but also with creating art and with sound. We sometimes need just that extra moment of self-care. And I like for it to be fun. I don't want to sit there and it's hard for me to go into a meditative state, because then my mind is wandering. But with art or with music or with dance, you have somewhere else to focus. So you're focused on that, and you start to relax and bring your stress levels down. And with dancing, with this style dance, it is a community thing. It's a lead and a follow. It's non-choreographed, but you're learning the language of the dance. So you can go with any group of women. They're all doing the same language, and when they signal, then we all know what to do. So we're focused on not only the person who's leading the dance, but you're also focused on your body. You're knowing what your body is doing, knowing and becoming aware that your body is different from their body, and accepting your body for the moves it's doing and how you're moving.
The moves it's doing, you're like, Susie.
Because it's going to look and feel different.
I like to think I'm a good dancer, but I'm not so sure.
And it's not like this style belly dance, you're not scantily dressed. you're dressed in the long, full flowing skirts, because we do lots of
Okay.
spinning and things like that. And you can do it just in your yoga outfit with just a chain belt, just to signify that you're going from one thing to another. So to get in the mood for dance. So it's not a big, it's just an easy thing. So it's really
Okay.
easy.
So do you do workshops? Is that how women get involved?
Yes. So I have been doing the sound bath part of it with something called Mesquite Meadows, and it's a yoga place that's near me. And over the past year, I've been doing my sound bath there. And I just want to extend past that right now. I've been doing some private work as well, just in my house, but I want to come out of my house and go to like more into the community. Live in a rural area, and I want to branch out into like Phoenix and further out in the community, like go
Okay.
to retreat centers,
Yeah.
retreat homes, and things like that. So that's why I want to grow from the little pocket I'm in.
So where are
Grow.
you located?
Say that again.
Where are you located? Little.
Waddell,
Oh, okay.
Arizona.
Well, I'm familiar, but I
Okay.
drive around a lot. We used to travel a lot. So, okay, well, that's exciting. So then if you're obviously not popping into town and coming to a lot of events and stuff. So how did you hear of NAWBO? How'd you get involved with NAWBO?
A friend of mine who lives in North Carolina,
Okay.
she's part of NAWBO. And so when I told her I was ready to grow my business and expand, the first thing she said was, go with NAWBO.
Oh, that's
Absolutely. Just go there. Just you'll get everything there. So here I am.
how long have you been a member then?
I've been a member for probably a year, but didn't do anything at the beginning. Like did nothing. I joined, became a member, and
Yeah.
then did absolutely nothing. Didn't
Uh,
go to anything. And then I started working. I just kind of dropped the ball and said, I'm going to work. So I've been working for 8 months now, and I'm ready to just turn back around and come back to me and pursue and build my own business, because this is what I know and this is what I love, and I want to be committed to it this time.
yeah. That's totally fair. I mean, we kind of all go through those phases, right? And then also like how the businesses evolve and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I mean, here I am. I'm a grandma too. So I totally know what you're saying as far as needing time. Me meditating, very rough. Very rough. You're right. Yeah, the mind does not be quiet. So I do love the gong and the chimes. I'm very much what I've learned through the sound meditation and using those sorts of things is I like the metals, the
Okay.
very deep metals more. I love the crystal bowls, don't get me wrong, but I really like the metals and the sticks and stuff. That's super fun. So
Right.
very cool.
Yes, yes. And what I like about working with mothers and grandmothers is that there was a time in my life when every time one of my children would get into an emotional thing or something was going on with their lives, it it would impact me so much that I would just drop everything I was doing. Like, oh my
Mhm, yeah,
gosh, they're in this space, so I got to drop everything I'm doing. And I realized that was not safe for me or healthy for me.
yeah,
So I coming back to knowing that it's okay if your child is struggling, that doesn't mean you have to struggle as well. You want your connection to always be a positive energy coming
yeah,
out. And
yeah.
I find that sound baths and coming back to creating art and dancing helps me stay focused on my energy and keeps my energy at
Okay.
um, a higher level, because then when I bring mine down, I don't want to bring it down to theirs. I want to be the light for them, as opposed to, oh my
I
gosh,
love that.
we're all feeling stressed, so I'm
Yeah,
going to feel stressed with you. That's not helpful. So coming back with sound, and the more you bring yourself back with sound or whatever it is you use, whatever tools you use, the more you train your body to, I'm going to stress out for a little bit, but now I'm going to come back to myself. You come back to yourself quicker. And the quicker
yep.
you are able to come back to yourself, the more you're able to help and support your family.
I love that. You're right, though. I mean, a lot of parents will go into that crazy mode for their kid as well. And then they're both like running around crazy trying to figure out this mess. And it's
Right.
not helpful or healthy. So I totally hear you on that. I love that you can recognize that. So how many kids do you have? I have 5. A lot of people are like, I don't know. I'm like, why have 5? They're like, oh, okay, I have 3.
5, but mine are all adults.
Okay.
And then I have 8 grandchildren as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
it
I'm excited for that. I have 1 grandchild, 1 on the way.
yes,
8.
It's
So
different. It's very different.
yeah.
But it's whatever they're going through, they get to go home at the end of the day.
I would say that is definitely true. I do make it a very much a point to get my grandbaby every week. I take her every Sunday. And
Wow.
even though my daughter used to always work her and her husband on Sundays, she doesn't anymore. But I'm like, hey, where's that leave me with the baby? Because I still need that. I want that relationship as long as I can have it, right? I mean, I'm fortunate that we live close, so that's good. So I'm just going to soak it in and take it because I can. I see her a ton through the week now too, now that my daughter works for herself from home. So we're 15 minutes apart. So we're always seeing and picking up and things like that. But yeah, so only 3 of mine are grown and out of the house. I still have 11-year-old twin girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How
They're
nice.
almost 12. Junior high next year. So I think I'll forever be some sort of parent because, the babies are just going to keep coming now. You're like,
right.
oh,
Right.
yeah. So that's so fun. So now that you're back and you're like, I'm ready and I'm in action, do you have any things you want to put out to our members? Any way we can get connected with you besides should we just go to your website? Do you have social media you want us to follow? How do you want us to help you grow?
Yes, so I have my website. I'm also on Instagram. I have a Twitter account, but I don't really do Twitter. So Instagram is the best way to follow me and let me know like any places I can do, any centers people who are connected with treatment centers. I have
Perfect.
Next month I have an art class that I'm teaching at a cancer treatment center. And if I could do more of those, that would be absolutely fabulous. And I know there's some people who do recovery centers. So I'm looking to do and expand to different communities and already established groups. That would help a lot.
Okay. I think we can totally hook you up in that area. I know we have people. So yeah, let's get you connected for sure into the NAWBO community. And God, it was so nice talking with you. Is there any cool hobby outside of this and your work that you do that would be not related to your sound? What's that?
So I have 4 horses. I have 2 minis and 2 ponies. They're all mares. And I don't ride them, never had any intention of riding. I do horse communication. So that's one of the things that I do.
What is that? I know what horse equine therapy and stuff is. Is it similar?
No. So for me, it's not. It's just a personal bonding experience with the horses all on the ground. So my relationship with the horses is I do a lot of talking to them. They all know their names. They come. I don't use, it's kind of like I let them do what they're going to do. And then I do things so I can go outside and I'll be creating art. They come around and see what I'm doing. They know all my sound instruments. I've come out and do things with them. Have a picnic outside, like outside. I can't do it inside the area because they'll all eat everything I have. But I can sit. I can take a lounge chair, go out in the pasture, and then just lay there. And I'm not asking them to do anything for me. I'm just enjoying their space.
Yeah, you're just there.
Yes,
like you're holding space for you, and you're enjoying that. And that's so fantastic.
Yeah, so
that's so fun.
One of the things I really enjoy doing. So most of my time is outside. Like I have my art studio was all outside, and the door would be open, and there'd be like a little rope across, so they could put their heads in and see what I'm doing, but they want to come in. They have walked around the tiny little space, but So yeah, so it's about just
You're like,
learning to,
Mama, what's
yeah,
up?
what are you doing? Yeah. And some of them like they like different instruments. Like
Okay.
one of them really likes the gong. She'll just put her head right by the gong. The other one likes
Really?
the drum. So you take the drum and just go along her spine. She will just stand there forever and just
Oh,
loves the vibration going back and down her spine. So
that's
they,
so fun. That's amazing. I love
yeah,
animals. You never know what you're gonna get with them.
right,
No.
right. And part of communication is learning that they all have different personalities. You treat them
Just like
differently.
children.
Yes,
They're
yes,
kids.
yes, exactly, exactly.
Oh, God. That's so fun to hear. I love learning these new little tidbits from people and the fun stuff. It's awesome. But man, I can't wait to see you at some of our events coming up and, really get connected and get in there. So I think there's a lot that we can offer. And I think there's a lot you can offer our community just the same. Like I said, you're the first sound healer anyone in this space that I've come across yet. So I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good year.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it, Susie.
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, then I will get you connected to some people that I think might be able to help, like some of those centers and stuff. And it'll be super
Okay.
fun. It's going to be great.
All right.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad to
Thanks
be here.
for all that with me.
Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.